Let's try this again, everybody. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to Tuesday morning business growth insights. Now, bear with me, guys, because I just had a little bit of a tech issue, so I need to check that I'm live, where I should be live. And yes, yay, it looks like I am live, which is fantastic. Oh, it's always fun when you have a bit of a techie issue, isn't it? And you don't know what's going on. But you know what? This is interesting, actually, that this particular thing has happened this morning, because we are going to talk about, when I get into it, we're going to start talking about cultivating a growth mindset and how that can have a really positive effect and influence on your business growth journey. So there you go. Now, guys, if you haven't popped on to Tuesday morning business growth insights before, my name is Ali Sugars, and I am the founder and the principal of the Heart and Soul Business Academy, which is all about helping you leave that busy, toxic work environment and build your own legacy for yourself and your family. Start your own business, do something that you really love to do, and do it on your terms in particular. So we teach in 4 different pillars in the Heart and Soul Business Academy. We always go to mindset first to help you build your confidence. We do motivation, which is goal setting and planning, marketing, which is all the organic social media marketing, and then we go to momentum, which is helping you scale to the next level of your business, which is really exciting when it gets there. They are all exciting, guys. Now, as you know, we do come live every single Tuesday into my group on Facebook, Confident Successful Business Owners. If you want to find out where you can get some free trainings, then come on and join this group, because this is where all the recordings are of these trainings. Okay, so come over and join Confident Successful Business Owners. I'll get my beautiful assistant here, Parme, who got married recently. Congratulations, beautiful Parme. She is now Mrs. You see, she's changed her name. I'll get you to just pop the link of the group in there, beautiful lady. So, guys, if you are popping on, if you're watching live, say g'day, because I love to have it. I love to feel like I'm in the room with you instead of talking to a camera in my office here at home. And if you are watching the replay, pop hashtag replay so I can come back and say hello to you. And also, if you would like, just one more thing, if you would like your name to pop up on screen like Parme has here, just go to the link in the description of this live. So just give StreamYard permission to see your name. It's just giving Facebook permission to see your name. It's no big deal. You just press the yes button and then your name can pop up on screen. And you know what? You know why we do this? Just a little tidbit here. If you want an extra way to promote yourself and get yourself in front of people, this is just one simple little way. People getting to see your name. So when I can pop your name up on screen, they're seeing you as a person rather than someone that says Facebook user. So it's another way of, kind of getting yourself in front of people. This is why I love using StreamYard. All right, guys. So again, if you're saying hello, oh, here we go. Beautiful Leslie, just like Leslie. How are you, lovely lady? Great to have you joining us this morning. Okay, guys. So we are here this morning to talk about, as I mentioned, cultivating a growth mindset in your business journey. Now, I believe this is something that not only should we be doing in business, but in life. Okay. So yes, I've talked about this a lot, the difference between growth and fixed mindset. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But having, when we have a growth mindset in business, what I find is it naturally extends to life, and it just helps us in every single aspect of life. Okay, so yes, it will help you in business, it will help you in finances, it will help you in relationships, it will help you in every single aspect of your life. So when I'm talking about this morning, cultivating a growth mindset, yes, think about it in terms of business, but I also want you to think about it in terms of life in general as well. Okay, does that make sense? So tell me, hands up, go yes, woohoo, or whatever. Tell me in the chat if you're going to remember to think about it in life as well as in business. Okay, so let's get straight on with the training, because I've got lots and lots to talk about today. Okay, so all the techie stuff. I love techie stuff. All right. So first of all, let's understand the growth mindset. Now, yes, I have talked about this extensively, and I'm not going to apologize for coming and talking about again this morning the difference between a fixed and a growth mindset. Now, I used to have a fixed mindset, and this is why I'm so passionate about talking about this particular topic. I used to have the belief that I was born the way I was born. I was good at certain things and I was not good at certain things. And then I couldn't learn how to improve myself and even learn how to do those things that I wasn't so good at, right? So you would have heard me say things like, okay, I'm a musician, not an artist. I can't draw a stick figure to save myself, right? And sometimes I still say that. However, I have actually gone ahead and taught myself how to paint with acrylic paints, right? So I went from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. You would have heard me say things like, I'm no good with numbers. I'm not good at maths. I hate bookkeeping. I don't like accounting. Now, while I'm not naturally great with numbers, I have learnt in business how to deal with numbers because it's part of running your own business. So the fixed mindset is believing that you were born a certain way, that you're born with certain talents, and that nothing will change that. A growth mindset is literally what it says. It is opening yourself up to growth, to believing that you can change the way you think, you can change what you are able to do, and that you are definitely capable of learning, putting your mind to and learning anything that you want to learn. And when I transitioned from the fixed mindset to the growth mindset, everything opened up. This is why, and I hope you can feel my passion in this, but this is what I want to get across to all of you today. And as I'm speaking about this, tell me where you think you are. And if you say that you're currently in a fixed mindset, that's okay. Like I said, I've been there. Good morning, Dean Shaw. How are you, buddy? Lovely to have you joining us this morning. So here's a question, right? Are you, and this is where it comes straight into it, fixed or growth mindset, right? Are you open to learning? Are you opening to self-development, developing yourself? And like we said, business, growth mindset translates into life. If you have a growth mindset, you are open to learning. You're not going to have this mindset of, I already know everything that I need to know. I used to have that too. And I used to believe that I didn't need to learn anything else, right? So this being open to learning and open to development is a must to have a growth mindset. And have you ever heard that saying, you learn something every day? So whether we know it or not, really, when you think about it, we're learning something every day anyway. It's whether you choose to acknowledge it, and it's whether you choose to allow it to go into your noggin, whether you choose to absorb it. Okay? So we are learning every day. Even if if you have a fixed mindset, you're still learning stuff, but it's a whole new level when you embrace the growth mindset and you know that you're learning, and more importantly, you're open to learning. You're open to developing yourself. Now, let me say someone, and I'm going to say this, and I say this with love, but someone I know who has a very fixed mindset is my dad. And I love my dad. I love him, but he is very fixed in his ways, right? He's in his 80s, and age doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter, but he's very fixed in his ways. On the other hand, he knows what he's good at. He is, ironically, opposite to me. He's good at numbers, but he's open to developing and learning when it comes to doing things like bookkeeping and accounting. But anything else, he's not really open to changing. He's not really open to learning about himself. Okay, so we can even have, and as I'm talking about this, we can recognize that you can have a bit of both. You can be fixed mindset on some things, and someone's never going to change your mind, but you can also be open and learning to and developing other things. Good morning, beautiful Emily. How are you? Gorgeous. Lovely to have you here too. Loving all these people hopping on this morning. Again, if you are hopping on, say g'day. Now, here's a really good one. I love this one. So, open to learning, open to development. Now, this means you're going to be growing. Okay, so if you come across a problem or an issue, how do you see it? This is really interesting, and I really want you to think about this one. Do you see it, if you come across a problem or an issue, in your mind, does it just go, oh, God, it's all over, Red Rover, that's it, it can't be fixed, there's nothing I can do about it? Is that how you're seeing it? Or is it, how can we make this work? How can I make this work? So you're seeing it much less as an obstacle or a problem or an issue. You're seeing it as a challenge. It's more of a challenge, and I love that reframe right there. So you're not seeing the obstacles as obstacles. You're seeing them as a hurdle, as a challenge of how you can make it work, how you can fix the problem, right? Can you see the big difference between growth now and fixed? Good morning to whoever this is. Lovely to have you joining us. Now, when you do embrace and adopt and understand a growth mindset, you will grow in these you'll definitely grow in these three areas, 100%, right? So resilience. This is probably the one that I would say is the most me, right? When you have resilience and you come across an issue, an obstacle or whatever, or something that doesn't work for you or something that's not going your way, you, instead of going, oh, crap, everything's gone to shit, you will pick yourself up, you will keep going. So if you think about, after that refund request, after someone saying no to you on a sales call, after someone's given you a negative review, instead of going into the corner and crying, which sometimes we do, right? Rather than staying there, you're going to go, okay, right, I feel crap about that, but you're not going to stay in it. You are going to pick yourself up and you are going to go, okay, again, how can I change that negative review? How is there a way that I can change that no to a yes? If not, that's fine. But instead of hiding in the corner and getting depressed and thinking, oh, it's all over, Red Rover, because I'm never going to get any more business again, resilience, you just pick yourself up, you keep going. I had someone tell me the other day that I'm a very resilient person, and I am a resilient person, and I'm actually very proud of that. So even in these experiences, when you have that refund, that negative review, whatever, you can stay positive, believe it or not. You absolutely can stay positive and adapt to any changes that come along. Okay, adaptability is really important with a growth mindset because changes are happening all the time. And let's look at, for instance, right? Tell me if you know what I'm going to say here. Take a guess about something that's changing. There are changes coming in this particular arena in the next few weeks. Pop it in the chat if you know what it is. I know a lot of you do. I just want to test you here. But there are changes coming. I'm just going to wait for a little bit because I want to see if anyone answers the question correctly. While, excuse me, it's not very professional, but I'm just going to wipe my nose. It's cold here in Adelaide, and I'm feeling a bit chilly. Again, if you're popping on, say g'day. All right, no one's answered the question, so I'm going to answer it. Okay, there are changes coming on Facebook, right? I've spoken about this before, and yes, when I find out what the changes are, a little bit more about them. I will be coming on and doing a training on it, yes. But, there are things that are happening all the time that are changing. There are changes happening in Facebook groups coming up on the 22nd of April. Okay. So for instance, to put it in perspective, I'm streaming on StreamYard right now. I won't be able to do that as of 22nd of April. So I'm going to have to adapt. I currently use StreamYard to go live in several different places. 2 of them are Facebook. But I'm not going to be able to do that. So how am I going to now make that work for me? Am I going to make it work? Hell yes, I am. But I'm going to find it. Because I've got that resilience, because I'm positive about it instead of negative about it, I'm going to adapt. And another great idea of a great, example of adapting is COVID. Everyone had to adapt. Okay, so growth mindset. All right, let's move on. What are some practical strategies for a growth mindset? So embrace the changes and setbacks. We're all going to have them. I just talked about it, right? When we have things like, a no to a sales call, or maybe even when there is a client who is not having the success that you want them to have with the product that you have, sold them, or whatever it is, okay? Don't see that as a failure. I hate the word failure. I can't stand it. I don't even want it in my vocabulary, to be honest, because I prefer to see them as opportunities for growth in myself, but it's also like, how can I help that person to grow? So if I have a client in the Heart and Soul Business Academy who's maybe not achieving, what I know they're capable of achieving, that's a challenge for me. How can I help that person as their coach to have the success? It's not up to me to make their success. It's up to them, because ultimately, right, it's our choice. But how can I help them as their coach to grow? So it's a challenge for me. Does that make sense to everybody? I hope it does. Tell me in the chat, pop a 4 if you're picking up what I'm putting down here. Pop a 4 in the comments. So see challenges as growth opportunities, not failures. Now, we just talked about resilience and perseverance. Perseverance is a big thing. So resilience is deciding that you're going to pick yourself up and keep going. The perseverance is actually taking the action. You're persevering. This is, yes, Dawn, I think this is 4. Dean's got it. Yep, you're picking up what I'm putting down. Great to know, guys. Thank you. So perseverance is the doing. So if you haven't got a huge bank balance at the moment, all right, if you've had that experience where you haven't had a big balance and you've gone to yourself, you know what, I'm just going to make it happen. And you are going to persevere to get that done. You're going to say, okay, the things that are happening, they're not failures, it's a challenge. How can I make that happen? I love that reframe again, right? Resilience is the decision, perseverance is the action. And also, so going a little bit deeper into that, focus on self-compassion and your strengths, right? My thought pattern since being in this business in particular has always been, what can I do to make this happen? What are the strengths I can utilize? And actually, this has been my thought pattern in business for most of my life. A lot of you guys know, like, back when I became a single mum 25 years ago, it's a long time ago, 25 years ago, I had to figure out, how to earn money. I just had to figure it out. And I had to draw on the strengths that I had and the experiences that I had to be able to create my own first business as an audio typist, because I was good at typing, right? That was a strength I had. And it has evolved from there. Now, I'm going to share something really personal here, right? There have been times in my business where, we have struggled to pay the bills. And this hasn't been just in this business, it's been all my life, right? Like I said, when my kids were little, we did struggle to pay the bills. But again, It's always, what can we do to make this happen? How can we do this? And have the self-compassion comes in when you go, you know what, it's okay that things aren't going the way we want it to go. But again, instead of holding a pity party and going, hiding in the corner and going, oh, it's all over, perseverance, resilience. Self-compassion, what strengths can you draw on? Emily, you are a perfect example of that in your business. Because I know, Emily, you have had a couple of transitions in your business. And the fact that you are transitioning again into something incredible is beautiful. I love it. And celebrate the progress. When you have that progress, celebrate it. Don't just go, oh, thank goodness. You know, when you make that sale and all of a sudden you've got money in the bank, don't go, oh, thank goodness. Celebrate it. Don't just be relieved, celebrate it. In our business, Parme and I celebrate every little success. We celebrate when we book a sales call. We celebrate when we make a $50 sale. We celebrate when we make thousands of dollars of sales. We celebrate every progress that we have. And that helps us both to continue to have that growth mindset. And seek out new experiences. Now, remember I said for both personal and professional development, don't wait for these things to come to you. Go hunt them down. If you know that you need to learn in a certain area, you need to develop yourself in a certain area, go find out. When I was coming out of a mental breakdown, I didn't just sit back. I couldn't sit back. I got to the point where I had to get out and go hunt things down to be able to help me. So when you're looking online, if you see something maybe come an ad on Facebook or something that comes off that you think may be for you, go check it out. Just, what does the click do? Check it out. It is a 50-50 chance that whatever you're clicking on is for you. And if it's not, fine, let it go. If it is, and if you decide that it is, and then if it helps you, imagine if you'd never clicked on that. And this is what many of my Heart and Soul Business Academy students will say to me, and say they'll put in a testimonial. I don't know what I would have done without HSBA, which is what we call the Heart and Soul Business Academy. I don't know, I don't know where I'd be. My business wouldn't be where it is today if I hadn't done the academy. Because these people have gone to seek out something that they know is going to help them. They've decided it is for them. And imagine where they'd be if they'd never gone for it. This is what I say. Imagine where I'd be if I'd never hired the first business coach that I had and all the other ones since. I wouldn't be here sitting in front of you now and talking about this stuff. So we've understood. We've talked about how. Now we're going to apply it. This is, guys, I'm big on taking the action. It's one thing to learn about it. Now it's time to apply it. So when you are in that growth mindset, set ambitious yet achievable goals. So this is where it all comes back to the SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So what you want to do is you want to set something that's a little bit more, yes, it's ambitious, but not like it's not, you know that really, realistically, you're not going to achieve it. So, if you're not earning, if you want to earn $10,000 a month, is that realistic, right? For some it is, for some it's not. It depends on the price of your product. It depends on how many people you can get in front of. It depends on what you're doing in your business to grow. All types of things. If you don't think earning $10,000 a month is achievable, if it's too ambitious, then bring it back down to maybe 7, bring it down to 5. But that should be kind of if you're earning maybe 3,000, 2,500, 3,000, but you really think that you want to be ambitious enough to double it, is it achievable? If it is, yes, right? Pop it as a ambitious yet achievable goal. Who's got them? Tell me in the chat, who's got ambitious yet achievable goals? And don't be afraid to just tell me what they are too. Dean, Emily, Leslie, let me know. So as well as, setting these goals, go back to your clients, ask, and even your audience, ask for feedback, seek it out, but don't just get it, learn from it. Right. And this is both positive and negative. We need to growth mindset. We need to be open enough to accept both, because you're not always going to have people that, are always going to love your products or your services, and that's fine. So when you get that negative feedback, again, this is another obstacle that you can overcome, and you can learn from it. But you can also learn from the positive feedback. So what can you give more of that people love? What can you change that people didn't love? I love getting feedback. You ask my clients, I love getting feedback, because I will adapt. If I find that I can, and if I find it's attuned to my values in my business, I'll absolutely change it to help them as my clients get more out of my services. Oops, two for one we did. Okay. So first of all, be open to continuous improvement, right? This is learning, continuous improving in your business, in yourself, your life, right? And your business. Be open to continuous improvement. Like I said, things are changing all the time. We said we learn something every day. Are you open to learning? Are you open to improving yourself? We're all perfectly imperfect, which means we're never going to be perfect. But are you open to getting one step closer? Are you open to improving your knowledge? Are you open to improving yourself as a person? Or are you going, nah, that's it, this is who I am, don't care. Take it or leave it. Sometimes I'm a stubborn Sagittarius, and often I have been known to say, this is who I am, take it or leave it. But in business in particular, we need to be a little bit more adaptable than that. Okay. So we need to be open to improving ourselves as a person and as a business person. Okay. So, and also I love this one, feel empowered to take risks. That's not stupid risks. Don't just take risks for the sake. Ali said we need to take risks. No, you need to educate yourself. Like I said before, you're going to go and you're going to do some research. If you're looking for a business coach, you're going to go, I love it, Natty, adaptable and fluid. Yes, I love it. Absolutely. So, if you're looking for a business coach and you've come across me, right, you're going to go research me. Is she for me? Is she not? If you think yes, then you're going to probably follow me on social media for a while. Great. Then you're going to, okay, so, you might come in and do a sales call or whatever, okay? And then you're going to decide whether you want to take that educated risk of hiring me or someone else as a business coach. Do you see what I mean? So always when, yes, I say feel empowered to take risks, but make them educated risks. Do your research first and then make the decision, right? And I do this to this day. And I tell my clients to do that as well. Do your research before you dive into something new. So, guys, I love this topic. I could talk about it forever, and I'm looking at the time. So I'm thinking I must move on. But honestly, if you've loved this and you want to know more and, you're curious about the Heart and Soul Business Academy, pop the word academy in the comments, and I will be in touch with you in how to book a time so we can just have a really casual chat about the academy, more importantly about you and your business and what you're looking for, excuse me, and how I can help you in your business. So we have a brand new format in the academy. We've got more content every single week coming to you. Guys, I'm recording a couple of new tutorials for you, just so you know now, those who are in the HSBA now. We are always updating our strategies because growth mindset, things are changing, and much easier access for you guys on a daily basis. So again, comment academy in the chat if you would like us to get in contact with you, and we will be in touch in how you can book a time to have a call. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining me today. I love these Tuesday morning business growth insights. We will 100% see you again next week, same time, back channel. In the meantime, I look forward to talking with you on Zoom to talk about how we can help you in the Heart and Soul Business Academy. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.